And I'm just going live on Facebook. I think it's working. All right. Hi, guys. So I wanted to come on here today and talk about my Access story and how I found Access and all the inspiration that it's brought me. But instead, I just finished watching a man who was unarmed get shot 7 times. I don't think he died. Shot 7 times by the police in front of his 3 little sons and his wife. So that kind of changed my point of view, and it gave me a really different thing that I want to talk about, which is changing this planet and changing this world. And it's like we each of us has a voice, and most of us have been taught not to be that voice. And it's like if you have a voice and you have something to say, it's like what is it that you would like to say that you're not willing to say because you don't want people to judge you, And now the live platform is so weird because it's like if you miss the beginning of the story, then you miss the whole point. But I don't want to keep telling that horrible story over and over. But it's like I just I see the violence in the world, and most of it I can see as an interesting point of view, and also see as an interesting point of view that's very important for me to change, and that for me to do my part in creating something different. So let's actually run some clearings here and look at some different things, because I would actually like to create something really different on the planet. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to be the most brilliant leader on planet Earth for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what are you unwilling to use your voice for? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, all 9 pod and poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what do you see as the future that nobody else sees or knows as the future, that if you were willing to perceive, know, be, or receive it, would allow you to actualize a completely different future for planet Earth? And everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. Thank you, guys. Everybody's saying hi. It's so nice to see you guys on here. Good morning. Good morning and good afternoon to the Europeans. And so what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to educate yourself on the future you would like to have? What would give you the awareness of the future that you would really like to have? And everything that it doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So just ask. We're all here right now. What is the future that I would really like to have that I have not ever asked for or been willing to acknowledge? And everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. Because it's like, this has got to stop. It really hit me today. It's like there's something different available. I've been watching, it's so funny, it's such a dichotomy. I've been watching these older movies, this movie called Laura, and there's a movie, It Happened One Night, and I've been watching Grace Kelly movies, and it's like that was the age of innocence. And we didn't want that age. We had to rebel and make it wrong, and we don't live like that anymore, which is fine. It wasn't the answer either, but it was really amazing to see the way that people treated each other, and it was really amazing to see people's willingness to be present with each other and be kind with each other. And you watch, I watched this man be shot 7 times in front of his little boys, for those of you who are just hopping on, and I see the the violence in that and the hate in that and the unwillingness to have a greater reality in that. And then it's like you see the kindness with which people can treat each other and the graciousness and the greatness that people can have with each other um, in these older movies. And it's such a different world. And so it's like, what could you and the first place it starts is to be kind with you. That changes the world. And where do we buy that when we're kind to ourselves that it's just us? It's never just you. It is never, I'm holding a Sharpie. It is never, ever, ever just you, okay? And that's something that's really important to remember. It's like when you go for a walk in your garden and you are happy and you are alive and your world is expanding and you see the glowing green of the plants around you, is that really just you? Or are you actually affecting everything around you? You know, it's like Gary and Dane talk about how they did a class in New York City, and on the days of the class, um, on the days of the class, there were no murders in New York City for the first time since the 70s. But it's like it's because of this demand in consciousness to not just be horrible to each other. You know, it's like this demand to be kind to ourselves and this demand to be kind to the world and to the universe. And it's like it's not a coincidence that that energy ripples out and then it's like there's no murders. So it's like you've got to remember that it's not just you walking around your garden. It's not just you enjoying your ice cream. It's not just you being kind to yourself. It's like that affects everybody. Okay? And there are people, and I won't get too into this because I know this is a public Facebook Live, but I'm ranting. And it's like the techies of the world have changed. And if you guys don't know what techies are, that's in the Access Foundation, so you can learn about that there. Awesome. And Irene is saying, yes, those movies are just awesome. What is the movie that you recommend? The movie is called Laura, and it's from 1944 with Gene Tierney. It's really beautiful. And Mark says, hi, Mark. And Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. And Teresa and Deb. And who else is here? Everybody's saying hi. It's so nice. Sylvia and Linda and Surendra, Edith. Hi, guys. Deb's here. So it's like even the techies of the world are getting nicer. It's like something is changing. The world is changing. And it's like, is that because you're useless and powerless and you had nothing to do with it? Or is it because you're starting to learn how not to judge yourself and you're looking at these things? Maybe it's not working yet, but it's like you're starting and you're trying and you're changing and you're being something different. And it's like, I'm sorry, but that counts. I hate to tell you this, but you count. And it's like, if you keep thinking that you don't count and that you don't have a platform from which to speak up or something to say, or you don't want to know that you are part of the kindness and the greatness of the world. It's like you're gonna have to check your head because you are. And it's like it doesn't work to be less. It doesn't work to make yourself less. And it's like it was very funny. I was listening to a call with Shannon. I like to listen to Shannon. She's very motivational. And one of the things she was saying is like, if you're not willing to like be happy and receive, go away and kill yourself. Because it's like, and it's true though. It's like if you're not willing to know that you're a part of this, and obviously that was on an advance call and it was said as a joke. So don't worry, everybody. That's not what I mean. But it's like you've got to get that it's like you have capacities. And if you are going to spend your life avoiding them and crushing yourself down and being less and being small when you have things to offer, it's like that's not going to work. It's not going to create the future that you desire, and it's not going to change the planet. And it's like you have an ability to change the planet, and you have an ability to have a kinder, brighter, more like a more intelligent world, And so like, where do you make yourself like, what was this funny quote yesterday from Shrinking Stupidity? Let me find it. Gary made a very funny quote on shrinking stupidity. The telecall yesterday. Oh yeah, he said you would give up your intelligence to have a friend. So everywhere you guys are giving up your intelligence to have a friend, will you destroy and create that all times a godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pod, park, shorts, boys and beyonds. And what are you giving up your intelligence for? So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pod, park, shorts, boys and beyonds. And are you unintelligent? You know you're not unintelligent. You know that you have brilliant, beautiful, amazing things going on. And it's like, are you unintelligent or are you unwilling to be the source? Because if you give somebody advice and they screw up their life, it's like they'll make you wrong. But it's like we want to have our cake and eat it too. We want people to like see us, acknowledge us, receive us, but it's like we're not actually willing to be the authority. And that's not actually going to work. So, what energy, space, and consciousness can you be to be the authority that you have always refused to be? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, park, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what if you are the authority of a different reality? Huh? That would be cool, right? It wouldn't be this reality, it would be a different one. So, what if you were the leader of something that doesn't exist here yet? Is it real to you that it could exist? Is it real to you that the last 4 trillion years are changing? That we actually have something different now? Okay. All that ranting is like kind of getting me excited. But it's like, I hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that it gives you this idea and this sense that, like, you know, when you do something, it's not just you. You have the potency and you have the willingness and you have the capacity to create something different. And not judging yourself is a really, really, really good way to start that. And one of my favorite questions in Access that I will leave you guys with is, what can I do today that will make me happy right away? Okay, so after the live, get up and go do something that will make you happy right away. So you can eat ice cream, or you can have a bath, or you can read a book, or you can self-loathe. No, I'm just kidding. That might not be your best choice, but you could if it makes you happy. But it's like you've got to look at, you know, what makes you happy. And if you choose based on that, you will be a more productive person. Because when you choose for what will make you happy right away, you are choosing for and with your being rather than the discipline that is actually choosing against your being. Okay, so how much discipline are you using to choose against your being? Dan's gonna make a milkshake. I'm with you, Dan. I like it. So it's like, yeah, so it's like, what can you choose today that will make you happy right away? And oh yeah, the discipline. So everywhere you are disciplining yourself out of being you, will you destroy and uncreate that times a godzillion? Ow, you guys are doing a lot of disciplining of yourself. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all night, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what if you could give up discipline in favor of milkshakes and bubble baths? When I do that, it's like my days are more productive. I get more done. I produce more. I bring in more money. I'm happier, and I don't really feel like I had to work hard. But are you willing to have it that easy? So everything you are doing to make sure you never have it that easy, will you destroy and uncreate it all times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Awesome. So thank you guys, and thank you for being here and contributing your energy, because it really makes a difference. I love reading your comments and I love seeing your hellos, and it's really a contribution to me. And so I will leave you with that. What can you choose today that will make you happy right away? Try one day of it. It won't kill you. And notice where you end up and notice what you accomplish. All right? Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. And I was supposed to talk about my Access story and how I found these amazing tools, which is actually a pretty cool story, but we'll save that for another live because I had other things that I wanted to say. So thank you guys so much. I'm really grateful for you. And please go out and be you. Be strong. Be the strength that you are. You know, it's like we have been coddled and loved for being pathetic. And it's like nobody's going to coddle you and love you when you're strong, but you will. And that's the willingness to be you and be alone and be everything that you are. Okay? So thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful that you were here. And how does it get better than this? We will see you next time in the next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.